Assignments, it doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. Wentz now on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 400. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their 1st play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan.
Thank you.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT.
Carson Wentz is slinging that jump.
7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. That's good for 21 yards. And
lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook that come to life.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they Ryan finding Julio out wide. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Justin Hardy's sort of an undersized guy at 5'10", but he runs physical and he runs tough. In fact, his teammates call him the Wolf because of his special teams play. How about that play right there? Nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just run.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Throwing is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Team 6. Space. 56 is the mic. Come on. You better bring it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. 39. Safety's creeping.
Now Ryan on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Here we go. Waiting. Watch out.
Wentz now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it Got some room to roam now. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Again, they run with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Whip. Watch the whip. Gun. Rush in. Hey, South.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. On second and 15 now. Ryan, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Bravo. Blue draw quarter. Crunch. Check. Out. Base.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz on third down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another run with Sanders. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
His kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
They LA made us, you know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the haters, I make a lot of new money.